as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Richie James on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense. So maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know that there's not a wide receiver alive that ever feels like in any game he got enough touches, even if he got 15, right? We all know that. But there's also not an offensive coordinator alive, a play caller, that isn't smart enough to get the ball to them and often that will keep his position.
First down carry for Harris. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, it's Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The extra receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Newman looking to throw it. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Bring it!
And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick-6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Williams. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Newman to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Newman. And he's going to drop this down at Harris, middle of the field. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Newman. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Newman. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Hooked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Romeo Okwara. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. Not today, you know. Not today. Mike 18. Mike 18. Okay, green.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins! Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins head on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Newman. That one tipped and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at 2nd down. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead to more issues.
Coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On 3rd down, Newman. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A chance for Waddle on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open net is Waddle complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. It's complete to Fuller. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Working with a 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Tua to throw again. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. It's just me and you.
On play action, here's Tua. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Fuller with a catch. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they'll throw on first down with Newman. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's his safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Newman. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Newman. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. gun, Newman. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Newman. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, Newman. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And Seibert yanked it to the left. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returned. As it sails out of bounds. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Now it's the backup Goff. Complete to Bryant. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on second down. Goff, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now James returning. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Goff. Bryant has it. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Jonah Jackson, former third-round pick, the guilty party. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
To throw is Goff. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Got a man, that's Richie James. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Again, Goff. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, you know, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll make this a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, it's Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
From just shy of midfield, Goff. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Romeo Okwara in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. After the sack on first down, Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off at the 22, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's James. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Goff's throw on target to James. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Goff. Will find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
That is caught left side by Bryant. That catch good for only a couple. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Throwing again is Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Flush to his right. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will extend this big lead. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense, through the shutout,